Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Good morning, everyone. We made it to Monday. I feel like I always say we made it to whatever day is coming up. Good morning, early folks. Look at y'all coming in hot. I see you. Let's see. Who was first today? I think John was here first. Sly. There's lovely L3. Good morning. I see you, Mark Hartman. Good morning. And in the spirit, of course, of World Cup. Go! Good morning. Hot day in Minnesota. Wow, that's crazy, Karen. Well, glad to hear we don't win that one. It feels pretty darn hot here. But good morning, Sly. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Chandra. Everybody coming on in on a Monday morning. Happy to see you. So, what's going on? I mean, a lot of us know what's going on. Good morning, Albert. Nice to see you. I see we're still translating there, but I know you said hola, hola, and hola back to you. Absolutely. So what's going on? Let's take a look outside. How's about another pretty clear day in Puerto Vallarta? I took a little bit of a different, yeah, I know. I don't know why it translates for you. I'm really sorry about that. Hey, Renee and Reno. Nice to see you. So yeah, nice day in Puerto Vallarta this morning. It's hot, it's humid, it's sticky. I took a little bit of a different shot today, more of the hotel zone and over and from the marina. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. I even shot, I don't know if you guys saw it on my Facebook posts this morning. Every one of my posts I made, I did a little behind the scenes shot of the studio. It's the first time I've ever kind of shown what the studio looks like when I'm about to go live. So if you missed that, well, I should have added it to the broadcast here. That was silly. Well, maybe I'll do that somewhere during the show, but otherwise I put that out there. Just kind of, I've had people wonder, what is it like behind the scenes at PVRN? Well, now you know. Good morning, Lilia. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see everybody. Okay. So, first off, hey, Chris Anderson, love to see you. What do you got here? Try some new events in the area. Let me know if you can see this webpage. All right. If anybody has a chance to look at that webpage during the show, do it. But good morning. So yeah, not a lot of great news today. I know we try to keep it upbeat here and positive, but sometimes the world just dishes you news that isn't so great. And so we'll cover some stories today, a little bit of shocking stuff, because in pure Puerto Vallarta right now style, we cover all the news. We just got to make sure it's accurate. And a lot of this stuff's already been covered quite a bit on social media over the weekend, but maybe you'll learn a few new things today. Of course, we're going to cover that unfortunate and sad crocodile attack that we had that most everybody knows about. Of course, in PVRN style, I'll give you a few pointers that the government's sharing about how to keep yourself safe. And an update on that seal that I reported on about a week ago. Happy Monday, Dan and Kathy. Nice to see you. All right. So with that, let's jump into it. But really quickly, you're going to get this reminder until I leave on the 1st. We are on vacation from the show, the 1st to the 6th. That's only 4 shows. We'll be back live again on the 7th. But hang in with me. I'll be here through the last day of the month. The 1st is when I will be out on vacation. All right, jumping into it. First up. Okay. All right, good trial testing out there, Chris Anderson. You got that. All right, jumping in, let's, of course, talk about the biggest story. Unfortunately, I would like the biggest story to be something positive. That would be nice, but unfortunately, it's not. So here are the latest updates. You guys have seen the story over and over. So I think what I did this morning was really go in there and dig through all the stuff. The story's going to be a little bit longer than usual, but these are all the details as I found them today and was able to verify them as well throughout the local the news sources. So the latest details in the emergency search operations that took place over the weekend. Search teams have successfully recovered the body of a 20-year-old tourist, and that tourist is from Mexico City, who went missing on Friday late afternoon. This incident occurred around 6:30 p.m. on the beach near the front of the Marriott Hotel in Marina Vallarta, where the young man was reported to be taking photos at the water's edge. And, doing what you do at the beach, activities, jumping around, splashing, of course, just doing what you do. Witnesses reported that a large crocodile suddenly approached him, grabbed him by the limbs, and dragged him into the open water. An intense multi-agency rescue effort was immediately launched. As a matter of fact, at around 6:30, I could hear the sirens and I saw all the police go by. I didn't know at that time what it was about, but they went right past the studio location. And this mobilization involved the local Puerto Vallarta Civil Protection and firefighters, the Jalisco State Protection Civil Unit, and the Mexican Navy, all working in coordination with each other. These teams conducted a nonstop land and sea sweep through Friday night and into Saturday morning using patrol boats and shoreline tracking. Early Saturday morning, Navy search units located the victim's body, floating roughly about 600 meters away from the initial attack site in the waters just off Boca Negra Beach area. Forensic assessments noted that while the victim sustained several severe bite injuries to the arms and legs, the body itself, the torso, was recovered intact. During the very same recovery operation, SEMAR search team successfully located and did capture the crocodile believed to be responsible for the attack. The reptile measured by the handlers at that time at approximately 3.7 meters in length, which is just over 12 feet, and was extracted from the surf line near Boca Negra estuary. The large animal was safely secured and handed over to local municipal lifeguards and wildlife authorities who are waiting, according to the story, on formal federal environmental directive to decide where the crocodile should be permanently relocated. Local ecologists and safety officials are using the incident to issue a stern reminder to both residents and visitors that the beach zone stretching between Marina Vallarta and the Amica River is a natural habitat which is deeply intertwined with local estuaries and mangrove systems, which are beautiful, but at the same time, the crocodile presence is very high there, especially as the summer rainy season displaces the wildlife and begins to move them around a bit more. And authorities are strictly urging everyone to pay close attention to warning flags. Remember that purple flag. Respect wildlife barriers and completely avoid swimming in these coastal areas during the late evenings, night, and definitely the early morning hours, all of the above. So I'll have another story just after this with some more, a little bit shorter story, but some basic tips to keep in mind if you're out on those beaches. And a lot of locals and tourists alike are at the beach here in the marina, usually in the evenings. And so just be best to, take care, be aware. These things do happen. It is an unfortunate situation. We're not going to make light of it. It's another unfortunate story and part of a black mark on Puerto Vallarta right now. But again, just like Florida or anywhere else, like the shark attacks, these things do happen. It is unfortunate. We are in their area. But we try to continue on and hopefully, this information helps you dispel the rumor mills and try to keep things as, honest and true and respectful to that family. Okay. With that, this has nothing to do with cheering anything. It's just I need a sip. So we'll just do a coffee cheers sip. There we go. Try to keep it a little somber, as is the mood of that story. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Okay. Moving on into the next story. Of course, with this situation, of course, comes the, the news the government's going to put out. Yeah, I saw that all over national news. The good stuff doesn't get out there. Mostly the bad stories seem to make the national news about Mexico, as I noticed. But moving on, so the government did send out some information this morning as well. This came out early this morning that local biologists are urging everyone to stay alert, explaining that it's completely normal to see more crocodile activity during the summer rainy seasons. Heavy downpours quickly flood local rivers, canals, and marshes and create a national highway, per se. This is their words, for these reptiles. And this allows them to easily swim right down into public beaches, river mouths, and marina areas where they normally wouldn't be seen. Experts point out that this is instinctive behavior for the local crocodile population. However, because growing urban development has cut into their natural wetlands, encounters with people are becoming much more common. And safety officials say the best rule of thumb is to stay out of the water entirely during the late evening, night, and early morning hours where these animals are actively hunting. Also, near the river mouths isn't a great place to swim, and pretty much Boca de Tomatos in this area up here. You just have to be aware. Don't go at night. It is a hard story to cover, as you can tell. I'm doing my best to be respectful and a bit more down than usual, of course, and we are keeping that family in our thoughts. It's a horrible situation to witness for the family members. I did read one report that I couldn't completely verify that his girlfriend was there and witnessed it. I did also see a picture of the crocodile. The government got a snapshot of it. It wasn't during the attack. It was when it came back to shore. I chose not to share that today. I don't think, it's not like we're highlighting the crocodile, but it's out there online if you want to see it. I want to keep things simple and respectful when it comes to this story, of course. Okay, moving on to unfortunate news again. Gosh, this one's a little bit different, but everybody remembers last week. I think it was last week. I reported on the sea lion that was here. Well, this isn't a normal occurrence here, and sea lions don't usually hang out here, or as the local publications call them, sea wolves. But unfortunately, environmental officials have confirmed that the sea lion that had been spotted by locals and tourists over the last few days has unfortunately died. The animal was first seen alive near Playa Pascuaritos and Lo de Marcos, drawing a lot of attention. Marine biologists and conservation groups have been monitoring its movements, but unfortunately, its body was found drifting in the water over the weekend, as you can see in this photo. After inspection by local environmental teams suggests that the sea lion died of natural causes, as there were no signs of injury or fishing net entanglements. The body was taken by federal handlers who deal with protected marine life to confirm exactly what the cause of death was. Local eco groups noted that while sea lions do visit the bay from time to time, those that come close to shore are often elderly or sick. So while we get a little bit of a moment when we do see a sea lion here, unfortunately, it is not natural for them to be here. And generally, like I said, there is something possibly wrong with that. Not all the time, but that's unfortunate side of a non-local species hanging out here with us, unfortunately. All right. Quick coffee can break. Even on a down morning, we need to think of the good things. Whatever's positive for you this week. I hate having so much bad news. No fun at all. No fun at all. I'm sorry to say. Okay. In the no fun department, this one's been all over social media as well, and I felt it would be unfair not to give you the details of this story. And this one's going to have a little bit of a shocking video. I don't know if it's, worth my whole, hang on, whoa, I'm still on the wrong cam. There we go. Woo, there we go. Don't know if it's worth my whole, let's do this. My whole warning that I give, warning graphic content, which I probably should have done for that slide. But this one's a little bit shocking. There's no blood and guts or anything like that, but it's an unfortunate story that you probably have already seen, but I'm going to give you the PVRN details. So, shocking security footage has surfaced showing the moment a municipal traffic officer was intentionally struck by a vehicle here in Vallarta, sparking a high-speed police chase through the city. The video captured a driver, and I'm going to show you the video in a minute. It's via Tribuna de Bahia. You're going to see their name go right across it, where I get most of my stories, and they're in my credits. The video does capture a driver using their car to hit the officer while she was performing enforcement of duties on the street. Instead of stopping, the suspect accelerated away from the scene, starting a chaotic escape attempt. As the driver sped off, the vehicle slammed into another car and plowed straight into the street food stand as well, causing a lot of damage and injuring the vendor operating the stand. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's have a look at this video. You may have seen it, you may have not, but again, credit to Tribuna de Bahia for this video. Here it is, and I'll play it for you guys once or twice. And no, there's no sound in this video, but you do see the officer being hit there and run over. Very shocking stuff. So that's the video. Now there is a longer version of that video. That's the shortened version of it, where it does show the car pull forward and hit the vendor stand as well. But overall, it's pretty wild. And so I'm going to get into the details in a minute regarding it. But just in case you missed it, here it is one more time, and I'll just go ahead and talk over it since there's no audio. So the wild getaway attempt triggered an immediate massive response from municipal police units who tracked the vehicles that tore through the local streets. The high-speed pursuit finally came to an end in the La Paloma neighborhood, where police officers successfully managed to box in the vehicle. And the driver was then quickly pulled from the car, placed into handcuffs, and taken into custody. The officer and the injured food vendor received medical attention. They went to the hospital, and I hear they are recovering. Obviously, she's got some injuries to her legs and extremities. I don't have further details on the food vendor, but I do understand that there are not life-threatening injuries, though it does look, pretty shocking. Of course, the suspect remains jailed on serious criminal charges, including assault on a police official, injury, and extensive property damage. Oh, what's going on out there, people? We get stories. This isn't a news story. Usually it's the bus that hits somebody and runs for it, as sad as that is. And so these things do happen. It's a interesting situation when it gets caught on camera. And of course, it gets highlighted greatly on social media. And we at PVRN wish that officer and we, of course, also the food vendor and anyone else that had damage the best and a quick recovery. Maybe it is the heat. It's interesting. We went to dinner at one of our favorite places. Laura passed a big exam she's been studying for a long time. And so we celebrated over the weekend at one of our favorite spots where the owner is more like family right here in the Marina. It's actually Salvatore and Vino's, one of our just favorite spots. They're so nice. But even Salvatore mentioned that, yes, congratulations. Absolutely congratulations, Laura. Yeah, I know she doesn't like attention, but we'll definitely give her we'll give her a hooray. Good job. Nicely done. I'll even toss her a nice kiss. There you go. All right. So with that, congratulations, Laura. It's a lot of work. And yeah, we can take a moment to congratulate Lovely L3. She's here. There's no lack of congratulations needed here. Absolutely. I love it. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in. Oh, that's amazing. I honestly, I didn't even think about even saying anything. But once again, congratulations. So back to the heat. So Chris, you brought it up. We were talking to Salvatore, and Salvatore has been living here for, I think he said 42 years. And he said, this is quote unquote, the 42 the person who's been living here for 42 years. This is the hottest at this point of the summer he's ever seen it. And so again, they're saying this is the year of the Super Nino, El Nino. I don't really want to put that in the atmosphere, as no pun intended, as Laura would say. But they're saying more tropical storms, maybe more hurricanes this year, and definitely more heat. So hang in there, everybody. It's going to be a news-filled wild ride this summer, no doubt. It scrolled up in the comments pretty fast, but I'm hoping, as Laura Lovely L3 did say, is I really hope that we get better news the rest of the week. This isn't generally how we do things here, but the news is the news. All right, with that, we're at about 17 minutes. We're going to get you out just a little bit early, maybe not, depends on how much I close the show off. But again, thanks so much for joining. I hope that the ticker at the bottom was helpful for you. It gives you the weather, it gives you the daily exchange rates. Of course, our amazing sponsors are on there. But also be sure, if you're new to the show, I don't know if we have anybody new today, just take a minute to hit the bell at the bottom of your screen. Click on notifications all. Yeah, we might need, I see SGW Green, we might need some Bait Laser tequila this morning to start off. And then also, I love viewer mail. That's one of the highlights of my week. Just take a second, shoot me an email if you got a story idea, if you just want to say something about the show, if you've got feedback about the show, if you got an idea for a segment on the show. It's going to be time soon to add something new to this show, I think. I feel like we've got to jazz it up soon with something. I love your ideas and I love being interactive with you because I always consider this our show, not just my show. So take a second, shoot me an email with your ideas. I would love that. Also, lastly, out of respect, and I'm very sorry to say this, but I think I did talk to John, Croc Cam John. I think we're going to put the Croc Cam on hold just for a little while until things have moved past a little bit. That's really out of respect to the family and the people affected by that. We make light of the Crocs here, and maybe we just put that on hold for just a little bit. That might be a good idea. So if that's something you were going to email me in the viewer mail, you don't need to. I already kind of get it. I got my pulse on the community right now. Maybe John will send me a nice bird video. That's always fun. All right, that's it if that's it for today. You've got me for a couple more days or a day before, one more day till I go on vacation. Don't forget Mexico plays tomorrow in the World Cup. Viva Mexico, moving on, hopefully in the knockout round to the Sweet 16 is what we hope for. That's some good news that I want to share. Well, I won't be able to share because I'll be on vacation, but we're all going to be excited together. But with that, have a great day. Thanks for hanging in there with me today, and hang in just a second to appreciate my sponsors and the amazing news reporters that provide this information daily that I share with you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much for joining Puerto Vallarta right now.